Hi, Kris Hanna again, reporting on this week's General Council meeting. I can't cover everything. It was a fairly testy meeting in some respects, but I'll tell you some of the interesting things that came out of it. One of the issues we've been considering is a carbon sequestration project. This is because Council has adopted a plan to be carbon neutral by 2030. Now, carbon neutral means we can minimise our pollution and use of carbon emitting operations as much as possible, but of course it's impossible to get down to zero unless one also plants trees to take carbon out of the atmosphere. So that's carbon sequestration. We had a look at a rather costly plan to do that down near the Field River, but in the end, when we considered the cost and the benefit that would be involved, it really didn't work out. So unfortunately, we'll keep looking for ways to get to being carbon neutral by 2030. In other news, the South Adelaide Basketball Club is excited in its pursuit of 2 additional courts to be situated next to its current stadium on Norfolk Road, Marion, as part of the Marion Sports Precinct opposite the council chambers on Sturt Road. We went a little bit closer by estimating the amount that we would need from other funding partners to make this a realistic option. And we're suggesting that we'll probably need at least $5 million from state and federal governments to help us make the project a reality. So if you're listening, members of Parliament, hint, hint. There's another issue I'd like to talk about, and that's the McConnell Reserve. It's a little reserve at the top of Merino up on the hill. It is an interesting one because there's a road essentially going through the middle of the reserve. One part we've developed as a really good playground, and the other part is less well used. And for some time, Council's been considering whether it should be sold off as excess to what the community needs. However, there's a lot of community opposition to that. So in the end, we've decided to defer it for another year and get plenty of statistics on how much the reserve is actually used, and even to some extent the equipment and how that is used within the reserve. So we'll be coming back to that one. As a final note, I just want to say that the community grants round is finishing shortly, 1st of March. So if you are a community group with a great idea and you need some extra equipment or something, please get that community grant in the next few days. Thanks.